Hi, everybody.
Happy birthday, Martin.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so I put on the chalkboard. Just a reminder that there are a few individuals doing text. Okay, they appreciate you keeping your voices down so they can concentrate. I put up a few chords here on the chalkboard here. Take a look at them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 individual chords. After you've taken a look, I want you to come up with a similarity and a difference between them. Similarity and a difference. Please stop.
And more magic for 30 seconds.
The very first one sounds like this. The next one sounds like this. The one over there sounds, can't actually reach that. And then I would like a similarity and a difference. A similarity and or difference, because this is in continuation of yesterday's dilemma of inversions. Right, Cole?
Sir, what? Oh, I see, okay.
Okay, so hold on. Colin's got his hand up. So, Colin, how about you give me a similarity?
They're all the same chord.
They are all the same chord. They don't look the same. But he is right. They are the same chord. So, how is that possible? How can it be the same chord, but they all look different? How is that, Ben?
See, this is one of the clues. You see, I understand the first one, because C, F, A flat, C, F, A flat. Then we go from A flat, F, C. But wouldn't that be the second inversion? Because it starts on A flat.
It's possible that my sheet music here is blocking your view of the bottom note here.
Oh, sorry, never mind. I see it. Sorry. Okay, now I
Does
get
that
it.
make more sense then?
Now I get it.
Martin?
So the way they're all the same.
Why are they all the same?
They're
Yet
all
they
the
look
same
different.
because C is always at the bottom. Yeah.
Exactly. C, no matter where it is, low C, bass C, middle C, treble C, high C if you want, the C is the bottom note. That's the critical piece of information. All the notes above it can be in any kind of order. Callum, what's the difference? Another difference.
That just by looking at it, the A flat is sometimes the third note, and then it's also the second note,
Yep, absolutely. And
and then it's,
there could also be lots of duplication of notes, right? Like let's say you're singing in a eight part piece of choral music, right? 8 parts. Every single person is going to get a different note. But there's only how many chords in a triad? There's only 3, right? So there's going to be lots of duplication. If you see a lot of duplication, Richard, you have to try to reduce it all so that you're just left with 3 letters, right? Okay, give me another difference, guys. Another difference. And this is more in, like, again, kind of structure and format, and not necessarily the individual notes. Martin, you got an idea?
The spaces between the notes.
Yes, very good. Very, very good. Do you remember what those, use 2 words to describe the spacing between notes? Peter?
I think close and open.
You got it. Close and open position. So here's an example of what, Neil? Is it close or open?
I think it's close.
Yeah, it's close. You can't squish those letters any closer together, right? Another example of close position up here. The other two examples are examples of open position, right? Where things are spread out over a large amount of space. Okay, so I want to continue working on some of the questions here on, what is it? Ah, there's no page number. The page that is entitled Close and Open. We started a few examples yesterday. I think we got to the third chord. Would you please take this out? Yeah, what do you want to happen to it? As long as you have it. Can you close that one? Richard, have you got this? Parker? I can give you my copy Okay. So we got to the G major one. Okay, the next one, it's got a lot of sharps in it. I see E sharp. I see G sharp. I see C sharp. That is not in root position. That is not in root position. Because if I simply just read to you the letters from bottom to top, E sharp, G sharp, okay, that's a third, but then G sharp, C sharp is not a third. Do you see how one of the critical things, guys, when you're doing this is to collapse everything, right? Is to collapse everything. So despite the fact that some notes are in the left hand, some notes are in the right hand, some are really high, some are really low, I try to get things as close together as possible, which is why reading close position chords is so much easier than something that's in open position. If I say C, F sharp, like you can already visualize, okay, that's a third, that's not, right? It becomes a little bit more challenging here. But in order to see if maybe you're in root position at the beginning, read out the letters as they come, right? So C to F immediately, not a third, right? So you know we're not in root position. Okay, yeah, that's a third, but then what you're going to have to do, if you want to figure out what the root is you're going to have to rearrange the order of the letters so that it's all in thirds, right? Okay, so my E sharp, G sharp, C sharp is not in root position. Tell me what position it's in. Yes, Ethan. First inversion is correct. And you may look at that chord and say, I've played lots of C sharp chords in my life. I immediately know what that is. But let's say you're not sure. That's why you then stack things into thirds, right? Because by doing that, you can then identify what the root is, what the third is, what the fifth is. Then you say, okay, which one of those notes is the lowest note I see, right? If it's the root, that is the lowest note I see, it's going to be root position. If it's the third, which it is in this case, it is in first inversion. So I don't know what Ethan, tell me just out of curiosity, what did you do? Did you stack those into thirds? Or have you got a lot of experience playing C sharp chords that you just kind of knew what position it was in? Say again? The second one? The first one. You stacked them. Sorry, I couldn't hear. I'll be with you in a second, Timothy. Okay, so the root of that chord, and this is why you would stack them. The root is C sharp. The type, you can probably hear, is major. And the position, Ethan told us it was first inversion. Okay, next one. We've got one flat, A flat. Is this in root position, Matthew?
I did this before and I said yes.
It is, it is. So we've got a duplication of an F, right? That's going to be irrelevant. So if
Root.
it is root position, because I can put F, which is the bottom, A flat, and C all into thirds. The root being the lowest note tells me that we are in root position. Then I do a little calculation here. F to A flat's a third, minor third. And then A flat to C is a major third. That is a minor triad. So in order, we've got F as the root, minor as the type, and root position as the position. Okay? A few more. Next one. F flat, A flat, D flat. JD, what am I looking at here? What's the root here? Correct. Patrick, you don't have these sheets? Okay, JD, keep going. What's the next one? If you know what the root is, then you can tell me what the position is.
Yeah, so D flat, which means if it starts on the F, then it would be in first inversion.
First inversion is correct. And then you could hear by the quality that I played that it is a
Major. Oh no,
minor. Minor chord. All right, two more. I've got F sharp in the bottom. Okay, order those up. Cole, help me out here. It is not, I'll tell you this, it's not in root position.
Yeah.
Because F sharp to D sharp is not a third of any kind.
Yeah. So, is it in second? No.
Yeah, you got it. Good job.
So,
Okay, so if it's in second inversion, then what's the root of this triad?
it is F sharp.
Well, that's the bottom note that I see, but the root,
Oh, I mean, it's B.
you're correct. If it's in second inversion, the fifth is the lowest note that you see. Good job, Cole. So B is the root. It is in second inversion, and sounds rather happy. That is a major triad, everybody. Yes, question, Cole?
Oh, no.
Yes, David?
Which is the third last one
The third last one?
for number one, the third last one.
Yep. So the root was D flat. It was minor. First inversion.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Matthew.
Can I do the last one?
Sure.
Is the root A?
It is. Keep going. Tight.
It's minor.
And
The bottom note is A, so it would be root.
root position chord. Excellent. Okay, so for, when do I see you next? I see you on Tuesday. Next week is gonna be strange, guys.
Yeah.
Because you guys are involved in a recording on Thursday and Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been talking to Mr. Pretty and Mr. DeSepco about how to work out the schedule. So at this point, it's not confirmed, but I think I'm gonna be seeing you guys on Tuesday and Wednesday. Because you're gonna be recording on our normal Thursdays. Just not confirmed yet. So I'll see you next on Tuesday. I would like you to please complete the opposite page. The opposite page. Okay? So that's question 2 and 3. Question 2 and 3. There's only one, there's a position, key, degree. Okay. Maybe I'll do one of each. I'll do one of each because there's a few more things being asked of you. There's a few things more. So root, yeah, know what that is. Type, major, minor. Position, is it root, first inversion, second inversion? The key, okay. So what they're asking for, notice in the question, it says name the major key in which each triad can be found.
It's all major.
Okay, so they're all major keys.
They're all major keys, so the first one
Just
would
look
be
at the
G,
key
right?
signature, exactly.
Okay.
So,
It's not big, right?
let's just do the first one together, please. Okay, this is the chord, this is what it sounds like. Okay. If I stack all these letters together, A, C, E. Those are all thirds. A up to C, C to E, right? I ignore any duplicate notes. I ignore any duplicate notes. Okay, so the root is A. You heard that it's minor. The position is also root position because the root of the triad happens to be the lowest note. Okay,
What about type?
2A.
What about typing?
Type is minor.
Minor. According to the key signature, 1 sharp, G major. Here's one last feature that makes figuring out what position is so critical. If you put this chord into root position, the bottom note's A, right? Then you compare that note to the position of A in the G major scale. So the A is the second note of the scale in G major, right? So that's the degree, 2. Scale degree 2. So if you're in G major and you want to build a triad on the second scale degree, it'd be an A minor triad, right? What you see in front of you is simply an open A minor chord. It's not in closed position.
Wait, so what's the degree?
Degree was 2.
So
Does that make sense? Scale degree 2? That this chord,
No, not really.
this chord, if we're in G major, the tonic chord is a G chord. And then if I build a triad on scale degree 2, it's A minor.
Is that what you do?
And that's what you see.
oh, that makes so much sense.
Well,
You sound like an aqua monster. You were like,
Yeah, I know.
All right, one more, guys, one more. Let's do the very last one in minor. So this is the very last one in question 3. 6 flats. 6 flats. All right, we'll get to the key in a second there. Just on first observation, this is in closed position, not in root position, because immediately you see E flat to A flat. That's not a third, right? So I got to rearrange it. A flat to C flat to E flat. No, those are all thirds. So the root is A flat. This is going to be a minor chord.
So it's minor.
So the type is minor. Position, by rearranging it so that it's in thirds, A flat, C flat, E flat. The E flat, which is the 5th of that chord, happens to be the lowest note I see. Therefore, second inversion. So position is second inversion. The key. Well, there's only one key that has 6 flats in minor, and that is what he said. E flat minor. E flat minor.
What's the position?
Second inversion. And the degree, you simply take the root of your chord that is here and figure out its position in the scale, right? So if I just go in order, E flat, F, G flat, and then I get to A flat.
4. So it would be 4.
Scale degree 4.
Oh, so you basically have to find out the degree is basically what the root is. This is
In the key.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay? So there's approximately 10 minutes for you guys to get started on this. This is due on Tuesday. So if you got questions about this stuff, now's a good time to practice and ask. Thank you, everybody at home.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Have a good weekend.
Happy birthday, Martin.
Yeah, feel it. Great, thank you so much.
Oh, I guess he is. I guess